Welcome back to Homefront Headlines. I'm Amanda Weinstein, and I'm joined by my husband, Casey Weinstein, the new state senate-elect. Is that what we call it? State senator-elect?
Yeah.
Of Ohio?
Yeah.
It was a great night for Casey Weinstein. Not a great night for a lot of other Dems, though. So
yeah,
not good. We in terms of the other, we've lost the battle. But not the war. I'm going to argue not the war.
We've lost the battle. It is it's a little disorienting to feel like you are so out of step with your country, right? And we thought a majority was feeling one way, and they're not. And there's a massive disconnect there.
As far as we can tell from the data so far, every single state got redder.
Wow.
Not one shifted the other way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one great thing that happened is Kamala Harris the next day unequivocally, conceded the election. And, that set an amazing example of what is right to do. And it was amazing to see
what a leader looks like.
Right. And how we're supposed to do things in this country.
We already knew she was the most qualified candidate on many reasons. I mean, that just shows it. But
right.
But we're not living in a meritocracy right now.
No, and it was funny to see like how voter fraud, it just went up. It's like it's gone as a concern all of a sudden. Right?
Suddenly Trump's not talking about it anymore.
Right.
His campaign's like, of course all those votes are real. What? I never said they would be anything but.
Our country works. We live in we do live in a democracy. And today we have to protect it. But the people voted and there's a transfer of power, and that's where we're at. That's just where we're at. It's like a numb feeling. It's a very difficult feeling to know that the majority of the people in your country don't share our views about, I think.
It's a whole new level of shock. We were surprised in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I woke up quite excited. I was ready.
Yeah. Great haircut, by the way. We do need to recognize, man.
In case we have to leave the country quickly, my hair no longer matches any ID pictures.
We're not leaving the country. But I think it's important to say you got to allow yourself to process a big loss like this.
You do.
Of what could have been, right? And what should have been.
Wine, chocolate, binge. Right. You like looking at real estate apps?
Do what you got to do to and understand that this is what it is. This is our reality. This is what we've got to deal with. It's our country. I will always root for our country. I want our country to be successful, but our country and Americans across the board to be successful. I want all Americans to be successful,
which was the message that I think Kamala Harris made pretty clear.
Yeah.
Not so much Donald Trump. How are you feeling? Mixed feel. You have a win under your belt this time, and not many people to celebrate with.
Yeah, it was.
Although I will say, no, let's stop. There were actually some good down ballot wins.
There were some great down ballot wins.
Governor of North Carolina went well. Alyssa Slotkin, Amelia Sykes in our district. There's a lot of down ballot wins, just not the top of the ticket.
Protected reproductive rights in 7 states, including Missouri.
I mean, all for naught if there's a national ban, but good job, states.
Right. Well, for me, I go back to like, it's weird to be celebrating a win and to be so thankful and gracious for that, and to also be so kind of out of place in my state. Not out of place.
I mean, you had this happen before, though. In 2018, it was not a good night in Ohio.
We don't have good nights in Ohio.
That's true. We're used to this. All right, folks. Welcome to Ohio. Yeah. Let's tell you what it feels like to have losses. But still, that's true. That's a good point. We're used to this. I like that.
Legislative aide made a friendship bracelet for me, and it says your vote matters, and it still does. And
it does.
We elected some new members of the Ohio State House. We protected a lot of folks. Our great Congresswoman Amelia Sykes. We did a lot of great things. I am really excited to go to the Senate. I'm really thankful to the voters for the trust and confidence they placed in me in a tough district, in a tough cycle, in a tough state.
Yeah.
Having an opportunity to continue serving. I don't take it for granted. I'm really excited for it. What I hope happens is that some of the divides start to heal. But here's what I'll also say. A lot can change in politics. As we learned in this presidential cycle, things can change on very, very quickly. And in 2016, we went through this. And in 2018, there was a Democratic wave nationally, not in Ohio, but nationally, there was a Democratic wave. And that brought in a new generation of leaders across the country who are out there.
True. The Dems still have an excellent bench.
We do.
I'm sorry, but there's no Republican bench out there.
Well, we have this.
I mean, their best was basically J.D. Vance, and let's face it.
Right. Not very popular. But we now have Republican control. The House of Representatives has not yet been decided, but they're going to be able to enact their agenda, and we're going to see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out. But we're going to have to hammer them every time they do stupid shit that doesn't go well for them.
Well, she's a little tougher than
Don't let him forget. Do I let you forget like the time you said something 10 years ago?
She's still giving me grief for taking her to Aliens versus Predator.
Good. It was not good.
She is still giving me shit about taking her to see Aliens versus Predator. Yeah. And by the way, that is a great movie.
No, playbook from women here. We can't let them forget.
Okay. So
we need to remember, just store them all up.
Our dogs are tearing up the couch over there.
Take note to remember and just bring it up occasionally.
We need to stay on offense. We need to stay on our message. Our message is still about...
That is one thing that you say all the time that I love. Always be on offense.
Always be on offense. We don't give up our ideals. We don't give up our goals. We don't give up our message. And we're going to have an opportunity to draw some significant contrasts because a lot of his people are saying, oh, by the way, it was Project 2025 all along. That polls at 4%.
Terrible stuff.
4%
I mean, here's the thing that's hard for me. Nearly all of Kamala Harris's policies were supported by a majority of Americans.
Yeah.
And so I think here's the hard thing with this election. For a lot of people, the results of this election make less sense, I think, than 2016. When you saw the excitement, when you saw the crowds, it doesn't make sense. And I think there's a lot of people struggling with that right now of what happened.
I just think we are in two different ecosystems.
Yeah.
And we are,
most of the people are like us.
We're in Ohio. We're in a purple city,
neighborhoods,
in a purple area, in a red state in the middle of America. And we are still, can
I just say our suburb?
Yeah.
We went for Harris. Traditionally red.
Mm-hmm.
Before Biden, we did Biden. We stayed Harris.
Yep.
We also probably are, in our town, high information voters, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that really helps. I think one big trend we're going to see is with lower information voters.
Well, people are talk about two different ecosystems of where people get information. And a lot of people aren't getting information. That is the bottom line, right?
People were Googling, did Biden drop out of the race on the election day?
It's hard to believe, but yeah, that information didn't get there. And it was a truncated campaign for Kamala. And the reality is people have lives.
The misinformation was also, I think we're going to see, we already know there was misinformation. There was Russian interference. Elon Musk on Twitter and all of the bots and whatever. But even in your campaign, it was just their only campaign I felt was blatant lies. We got many texts. Was one of them? Did one of them have a shred of truth to them?
I tend to get the full experience in my campaigns. And in the last couple of weeks, it was very stressful with misinformation and half truths and partial truths and complete lies that were coming out. But that's unfortunately our political system.
Some of them laughably not true. I think the funniest one was that you're a Yankee fan.
I was photoshopped into a Yankees uniform.
How dare you?
And they claimed that I was, fueled by New York money, which is
I did.
funny.
You had to explain the anti-Semitism to me. I didn't get it at first.
Yeah,
it's subtle.
It's
Not
always
everyone's going to
there.
get, but the right people get it.
It's always there. It's always there. But the bottom line is we're disconnected from each other. We're disconnected from accurate information. What used to be newspapers and mass read newspapers and mass watched news networks is not the case. We're fragmented. Yeah. And we don't know what we don't know about what other people are getting.
Yes, that is true.
So like there's memes flying around. I'm like, I don't even get this. There's like some right-wing thing with squirrels. I didn't get it. Like I just didn't know what it was in reference to because I'm in a different media environment. And I recognize that. And I honestly, as a state senator elect, am trying to have conversations with people because my job is to represent it. My job is to listen. So
I think that's also the hard part when people are looking at the down ballot compared to the top of the ticket is you won. Amelia Sykes won. Mm-hmm. And there are many areas where the governor of North Carolina is a Democrat. There's many other races where the down ballot did better. And what happened? And we've had some people even talk about it. And the problem is a lot of people know you in this district. A lot of Republicans know you. A lot of Democrats know you. So even when they come out with stuff like he's a Yankees fan, they're like, that's not really true because I kind of know him. And so like the misinformation doesn't go as well when they personally know you. Right. The problem is the top of the ticket. She's only one person. She can't meet everyone in the country. It's not physically possible. No. Then it's about... That's going to be an issue. We have to figure out how to deal with misinformation. And we have to find a way to connect those candidates, despite the impossibility of being a national candidate and connecting physically, like with everyone and meeting people. You have to find a way. And I will tell you one name that I'm going to throw out who is the real future of our party. And that's Pete Buttigieg. It's Pete. I'm telling you, it's Pete. I have felt that for a long time. I endorsed him in his race last time. So easy to connect with. Just everything he says out of his mouth connects. And he explains such complicated issues in the most simple way. It's a talent. Yeah. And he does it very quickly. He's unfortunately not going to be a cabinet secretary anymore, but Pete's just getting started. Our party is full of amazing rock stars. Gretchen Whitmer is another one. Like there are so many amazing leaders. I am optimistic, and I'm going to remind you all, as down as we felt in 2016, in 2018 we bounced back. Things bounce back in politics. So what we were saying earlier, get back up again. We get knocked down, but we get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down. Let yourself feel the feels and experience what you need to experience. That stuff is real. Take a break. Right. We're going to fight another day. Right. And then we get back up. We stay on offense. We stay on message. We fight for vulnerable people. We fight for public schools. We advocate for our communities. The arc of the moral universe is long, stand up to bullies. That's right. And then Germany's doing fine now. So yeah. Well, let's hope we don't have to go through that whole arc. But I believe in the fundamental goodness of America. I even believe that like now that they won, maybe they'll be a little bit, more conciliatory. I don't know. Maybe there's an opportunity. I don't know. I'm choosing hope. I'm choosing optimism. Maybe that, okay. I don't know. We'll see. We're drinking our LaCroix. That's our call to action though, I think, is to let yourself just have your time, however long that needs to be for you. But we need you in the fight. We need you. Yeah. We need you on the team. And I'm not talking, of course, a fight. I am talking about advocacy and being involved in your community and continuing to connect. Yeah. I do think when you look at the down ballot, it's those connections, the connections that you have made, the connection just in our own experience, the connection that Congresswoman Amelia Sykes has made with so many people in this community. And she's in a red leaning district, one of the few Black women to be representing a red leaning majority white district. Yeah. She really connects and has a history of that connection with the community. So it makes it misinformation hard. Yeah. We have to keep connecting with each other. We do. I think that's our theme. I don't think we went into this
when we were talking about what to talk about today about connection, but it really is. And I don't know. I hope that for everyone, Trump supporters, Kamala Harris supporters, I hope for that connection. And I hope that I assure you, we will have an opportunity to have our voices heard in 2 short years, at the ballot box. So gear up, let's go. Yeah.
2026. Already thinking about it.
I'm thinking about taking a little bit of chill time for the holidays, and just we decided on a staycation for the holidays. Like, we're just gonna chill at home and, I don't know, watch movies with the kids and relax and do almost nothing. And I'm already looking forward to that. That's still several weeks away. I'm already looking forward to maybe not getting out of my pajamas, door dashing breakfast. I don't know. Maybe just being lazy together for a few days. And then I'm really excited about my swearing in and, taking the next step. Yeah. Our eldest daughter asked me if I would have a hot tub or a trampoline in my new office in the State House.
Oh, that's a good question.
She came away from the conversation disappointed. Yeah. Oh. I don't know. Maybe we could do a mini trampoline in the corner. I don't know. No, I don't think so. No hot tubs. No hot tubs.
Our kids were pretty disappointed too.
Yeah, they're ready to go to the White House. And I'm there's a big, long, right. No, small steps. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for tuning in to Homefront Headlines. I'm Casey Weinstein.
Amanda Weinstein.
And we hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back out there.
Thank you.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.